Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Finally, a fragrance I can pronounce. I don't know if you guys know this, but Tom Ford fragrances actually have a pretty racy name. This one also is sexual, but for the sake of the audience, I'm gonna keep it PG-13. It's about a cherry that is lost. It was probably going to school. So I love cherry, I love to eat cherry. My favorite cherries are Rainier cherries. I love cherry juice. My face turns into a cherry when I'm drunk. And Tom Ford Lost Cherry is probably my favorite cherry fragrance. Oh my God. This is such an irresistible, warm, syrupy, sweet and sour gourmand cherry smell. Many describe this as a cherry liqueur, and that booziness is to die for. This is not a fresh or tart cherry. This is very thick, dense, smooth, deep. That's why I think it's perfect for fall and winter. When that booziness settles down after the opening, the vanilla comes out, which reminds me of eating creamy vanilla ice cream on top of warm cherry pie in front of a fireplace. Do I live in a place like that? No. I do think it's really sexy. So I think the underrated aspect to this fragrance that's not often talked about is how well the cherry and almond go together. Cherry almost has an almondy aftertaste, like the fruit itself, but even as a separate note, they complement each other so well. Very similar to rose and leather combo that's very popular in a lot of fragrances nowadays. They just go well so together. Nah! It's like pizza and wings, burgers and fries, ramen and kimchi, 보쌈 and 새우젓, chicken and beer. Okay, I'll stop. This almond cherry thing, it's noticeable in other cherry fragrances as well, including Guerlain L'Homme Idéal EDP, which is the fragrance I personally wear during winter when I want to smell like a cherry. This basically smells like candied morello cherry that's used for cocktails, but it's deeper without being too cloying. It's sweet but not artificially sweet, and I think this is thanks to all the other notes that are playing in the background. You can smell the rose, tonka bean, and all these other notes allow this fragrance to not be too linear, despite the fact it's a very prominent cherry smell. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Tom Ford Private Collection Blend the Private Blend Collection. And the one that I always compare this one to is Bitter Peach. Maybe it's the name or the fact that they're both fruity gourmands. And they both have prominent notes of what they claim to be, cherry and peach. But many people actually compare this to Fabulous. And many agree that the base is basically that, except a more gourmand version that has cherry as the protagonist. I actually really like those two fragrances as well. And you might be asking, why are we not talking about Bitter Peach, Tobacco Vanille, Neroli Portofino, Bitter Peach? Did I say Bitter Peach? Did I say, yeah, I said Bitter. Is there a reason why we're talking about Lost Cherry? Yes, yes there is. I have a sample. That is the reason. The only problem I have with this fragrance isn't just for this fragrance, but the entire line of Tom Ford fragrances themselves. And that is the fact that it's criminally expensive and elitist. No person who has a 9-to-5 job should ever pay this amount of money for a fragrance. I'm not gonna spend $500 to smell like a cherry. Imagine all the cherries I can eat with $500. Just imagine. Am I judging and looking down on people because they're shallow and materialistic and only like things because they're expensive? Yes, yes I am. But at the same time, it's your money. The truth is, there really aren't that many gourmand, cherry-dominant fragrances out there. And even amongst them, this one is truly special. For example, if this was Lost Vanilla, I will tell it to stay lost, because I can make a rap song out of all the vanilla fragrances out there. And that was my quick review of Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Did you guys smell this one? Do you guys have it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Ooh.